Hi there guys, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. Hope you're all doing well. Now, a few weeks back we showed off the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Tarp, which is very nice, but very expensive. So, to kind of balance things out, we have a tarp that is not very expensive. This is the Bushcraft USA 10x10 Coyote Brown Tarp. Go ahead and get comfortable. Let's take a look at it now. Now here's the tarp when it's all rolled up inside of the stuff sack. And this is a nice size stuff sack. It's definitely large enough to fit your tarp in there. And along with some stakes and guy line. I like that additional space inside of there. Now when you're looking at the measurements of this tarp all rolled up, this is 12 inches by 7 inches. And it's about 4 inches thick. So it's definitely not very big. You should focus on that right there. Made in the United States. I know that's important to a lot of people. Now once we have this tarp set up, we'll go over some of the details, but I can go ahead and tell you that this thing is not very lightweight. This comes in at 1 pound 14 ounces, so it's almost 2 pounds. But I tell you what, this is a very nice tarp. Perfect for, sleeping out underneath the stars. You can use this with a hammock easily. It's a well-functioning tarp. So as you can see here, we have the Bushcraft USA 10x10 tarp set up. It is coyote in color. Now the material is 70D 1.9 ounce ripstop nylon. This does have the urethane coating, stuff sack included of course, and also as mentioned, this comes in at 1 pound 14 ounces with the stuff sack included. Now when it comes to the tie outs for this tent, there are 16 perimeter tie outs. So you have so many different ways that you can actually set this tent up because of that right there. Very impressive. Here across the ridge of the tarp, you have 3 tie-outs. 1, 2, and 3. You do not have any tie-outs on the inside of the tarp itself. Now, I have to go ahead and just say, folks, that this is a fantastic tarp. This runs $60. Yes, it is not the lightest tarp out there, but this thing is very strong. All of the tie-out points are overstitched, very sturdy. They can definitely withstand high winds and heavy rain. Now speaking about rain, this tarp does not come seam sealed in the middle with the ridge line where the two seams overlap. That is something that I recommend that you do. This is something that I need to do for my tarp. I've used this out in the rain and I noticed that when it really started coming down, I would start getting some dripping. So I need to take care of that myself. It's something that you would need to do if you got this tarp as well. If you would like for me to shoot a video on how I go about seam sealing this, just go ahead and comment down below. I read all the comments and I'll get that video done. Continuing on with my experiences, I have used this to camp under. I've used it with a hammock and it works great for both ways. This is a fantastic tarp. The quality really is excellent. The seams are great. The stitching's great. Now one thing that I should mention is that this is ripstop nylon, and nylon will stretch. So once you get this thing nice and tight, over time, especially if it starts raining, this will continue to stretch. So it's one of those materials that you need to just keep in your mind that, okay, I set it up, I have it nice and tight, but later on I'm going to have to make some adjustments. So that's a tip for you. Now if there was anything that I would like to see added to this tarp, would be some attachment points on the inside along the middle of the seam. That way, if you're using a bug mesh, a bug bivvy or something like that, you can attach it and keep it off of your face. Hopefully somebody over at Bushcraft USA will see this video and get that recommendation, because that would definitely take their tarp to the next level. Bushcraft USA, which you will find a link to in the description box below, offers many different sizes, many different colors of tarps. They have some pretty cool products. Like I said before, very good quality. For $60, if you need a great tarp, you'd be hard to beat this one. This is a 10x10. This thing is a palace for 3 or 4 people. I mean, it's absolutely humongous. You can put all of your gear underneath this and stay nice and dry, even in the worst of conditions. I really like the tie-outs along the ridge line on the outside. You can set this thing up in many different ways thanks to those points. That is very awesome. At 1 pound 14 ounces, yes, it's not very light, but at the same time, it's not extremely heavy either. So there you go. Now you may be wondering, what does Luke use for guy line? I prefer bank line. Very strong, super duper lightweight. It's just excellent quality material. And it really does work well with your tarps and so on. Check this out. This is 550 cord. This is bank line. See the size difference? These are the same lengths. Here is the tarp all rolled up. As you can see there, it's not very large at all. About the size of a Nalgene bottle. So my friends, that's our look at the Bushcraft USA 10x10 Coyote tarp. 60 bucks, right at 2 pounds. Very excellent quality. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free. Drop me a line, let me know. Make sure to check out the website, theoutdoorgearreview.com. I will see you guys around. Be well. Strengthen on.